Hi, I'm Miss Hall.
Hi, I'm Isaac. Hi, I'm Ethan.
Hi, I'm Mr. Sajak.
And this is lesson number 27, adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. This lesson is a review of adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. We begin with adding polynomials vertically and horizontally. So in these two, we're going to do two different formats. You can choose whichever one makes the most sense to you. You probably already have a way that works for you. So in A, it says add these polynomials in a vertical format. So we're going to put them on top of each other. And when you put them on top of each other, you want to make sure to line up like terms. So I'll rewrite 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 7. I'm going to put a big plus sign out front, and then I'll put the second polynomial below. X cubed minus 10x squared. There's no linear term, so I skip that place value in a sense. I put plus 8. And now I add them. 3x cubed plus, 1x cubed. It is 4x cubed. 2x squared plus a negative 10x squared is negative 8x squared. If you need something here, you can think the bottom polynomial, there's 0 x's, so negative x plus 0 x's is negative 1x or negative x. Negative 7 plus 8 is positive 1. That is vertical format. For this next part B, we're going to add those polynomials in horizontal format. Horizontal, would be straight across. And in this method, what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite it without the parentheses first, which means I copy that first polynomial exactly. And then I distribute this plus sign to every term. What I'm distributing is really like a plus 1. So positive 1 times negative 5y squared is negative 5y squared. That plus 1 times a plus y is just still plus y. Plus 1 times a negative 4 is negative 4. Okay, so I get rid of the parentheses, and now I combine like terms. It helps me to cross off like terms. So let's see, I'll start with the y cubes, and there's only one. So this is 9y cubed, and I'm done. Now the squared, I have 3y squared and negative 5y squared. Together that makes negative 2y squared. Negative 2y squared plus y is negative y. Plus 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Okay, again, you can do it either the vertical or horizontal format, whichever one makes the most sense to you. After adding, we're going to practice subtracting. We'll do the same two formats, vertical and horizontal. So subtract this polynomial from this polynomial, meaning we have to write that second one first. So we have 8x cubed minus 3x squared minus 2x plus 9. And we're going to subtract, and we'll line up all the like terms here. 2x cubed plus 6x squared minus x plus 1. Trickiest part about vertical format when you're subtracting, you have to keep going back to that subtraction sign. So we have 8x cubed minus 2x cubed. That is 6x cubed. Now, you gotta keep going back. So negative 3x squared minus 6x squared is negative 9x squared. Negative 2x minus negative x, that's really like plus x, would be negative x. 9 minus 1 is positive 8. I think this is a terrible way to do subtraction because students always mess up that every term must be subtracted. They just start combining like terms by adding them. I much prefer the horizontal format where, I can't just write this. This is what I wanted to write. But that's not the right order because we're subtracting from. So let's write it down here. So I have 2z squared plus 3z minus 3z squared plus z minus 4. So just like the previous example when doing the horizontal format, I'm now going to remove the parentheses and distribute this operation, which is really like a minus 1. So I have 2z squared plus 3z minus 3z squared minus z plus 4. Now I combine like terms. I get, let's see, this quadratic terms give me negative z squared. That is positive 2z plus 4. Now we're on to multiplying polynomials, and again we're going to look at vertical and horizontal format. So vertical, we do stack them up on top of each other. We're multiplying, so I'll put negative x squared plus 2x plus 4 on top. Underneath, and with multiplying, you do not need to line up like terms. We put x minus 3. They end up being lined up right now, but they don't need to be. And we're going to multiply like you learned multiplication in elementary school. So we're going to take this first term, negative 3, and multiply it by every term in the polynomial above it. So we'll get negative 12. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative x squared is positive 3x squared. And then we take the next term and again multiply it by every term in the first polynomial, and we leave a space when we write. So x times 4, I'm going to put underneath the linear term 4x. X times 2x is 2x squared, so positive 4x. And then x times negative x squared is negative x cubed. This was a positive 2x squared, yep. And now I will add those products I just got, combining like terms. I have negative x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x minus 12. Yep. Okay, honestly, I don't know a lot of people that set it up like this, but you can. The other method is horizontal format, and that is where you put them next to each other. So y plus 5 times 3y squared minus 2y plus 2. And now what you can do is you can take y times every term, and then, what's the other color I used? And then you can do 5 times every term. And then you'll combine like terms. So when I multiply y into every term in the second polynomial, I get 3y cubed minus 2y squared plus 2y. Multiply the 5 plus 15y squared minus 10y plus 10. And now I combine like terms. So I get 3y cubed plus 13y squared minus 8y plus 10. Yep. So one more example of multiplying, and here we're going to be multiplying 3 binomials. So the main idea is when you have to multiply multiple polynomials, what you do is you pick any two and you multiply those first, and that product you multiply by the next one, and that product, if you have more, then you multiply the next. I don't think you're going to be asked to multiply any more than 3 polynomials. Next, this says multiply in a horizontal format. I am going to show you the way that I multiply polynomials, which I would call like the box format. I know at least one other one of you in class also uses this. So again, we're going to start with two binomials, so I'm going to pick x minus 1 and x plus 4, and I'm going to find that product first. How I multiply using the box method is I set these two binomials as sides of a box, dimensions, and then I find their products or the areas for the inside of this box, and that is my product. So for example, I'll take x times x and get x squared, x times negative 1 and get negative x, x times 4 and get 4x, negative 1 times 4 and get negative 4. So that area of this box is the product of those two binomials. Like terms, I'll have to combine, they're diagonal. So the product is x squared plus 3x minus 4. And now I'm going to multiply this product by the third binomial, x plus 5. And again, I'm going to represent these polynomials as the dimensions of a box. So I have x squared plus 3x minus 4, x plus 5. And I'll start taking products again. So x times x squared is x cubed. X squared times 5 is 5x squared. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 5 is 15x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Now I will combine like terms and rewrite the area, which is going to be the product. The area is x cubed plus 8x squared plus 11x minus 20. And that is the product of these three binomials. Here's a problem that appeared on a Regents exam. What is the product of x squared minus 2x plus 3 and x plus 1? I'm going to choose the box method. I like the way it sets everything up very visually. Like terms are on the diagonals. I'm going to keep everything organized this way. So as I fill this in, I get x cubed, x squared, negative 2x squared, negative 2x, 3x, and 3. My product is x cubed minus x squared plus x plus 3.